going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another episode of Mutt Recap. This is our weekly series where we go over everything that's happened in the week of Madden Ultimate Team and just Madden 20 in general. Now, before we start out this episode, I just want to say rest in peace to True Boy, rest in peace to Spot Me. As a member of this community, I think it's very, very important to acknowledge today. Very tragic event a year ago today where those two lost their lives. Basically playing the game that they loved, a game that kind of, started their young careers, and just two young kids just gone way too soon, and just a very, very sad situation. So condolences to all their family members, all the friends that they had in the Madden community. I didn't know either of them personally, but just wanted to acknowledge them, make sure that we never forget about them, gone but never forgotten. So let's get into today's episode. Before we start recapping the week of Mutt, I do just want to quickly say that we got brand new flashbacks to Deshaun Jackson being one of them, Joe Hayden being the other. I'm not really going to cover those two in today's video, but I did want to just say, hey, they're out there. So we will talk about weekly content and kind of the schedule there and what to expect going forward, because it seems like we have a solid plan with weekly content in MUT 20, and that's definitely a good thing. So let's start by talking about gameplay and Weekend League. Now, hopefully, because it is after 10:30 and Weekend League is officially over, hopefully I can still see some information here. So we won 14 games, and it was rough. It was very back and forth. It was a mess. I had some really unfortunate situations. I do want to scroll through the top 100 here and take a look. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, 11 people went 25-0. And then some really good names won 24 games, like Clef. Don't care about Ice. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of these guys were maybe, one disconnection away from going perfect. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and take a look and see what gets you in the top 100. I know on Xbox, a lot of people were saying 21 wins still wasn't getting in. It looks like the same for PS4. In my opinion, I think it's going to be like this for the first couple months, but once we start seeing like salary cap, I think I said this last week, once we start seeing salary cap being a qualifying mode for different competitive series and live events or MUT drafts, once it takes people away from Weekend League, we're going to see a lot of those competitive players spending their time and their efforts in those game modes, and I think that's when you'll start to see the 18 and 19 wins get you in the top 100, but it's tough, man. And a lot of people are playing the game. I know me personally. I mean, I won 14 games this week. I think I only won 13 the first week, but that's because I stopped playing once I got 13. I'm shooting for 16. We came up short this week. For those of you that came to my streams, because I shouldn't even say I stream every Weekend League game. So you guys are never not seeing me play if you're coming to my streams. Thursday, we went 6-2. Felt pretty good. 2 games we lost. I think one of the 2 were winnable. Friday night was a disaster. I played terrible. Of course, I was drinking while I was playing, so that's never a good recipe. But a lot of those losses I put on myself. I think I ended at that point 9-6. Came into Sunday morning, very first game Sunday morning, incredibly laggy. Could not make pre-play adjustments. 3 fumbles in one game, and it was just really bad because it was that mixed with my opponent just making some very terrible reads that I was just not getting interceptions. And it wasn't even like the out of reach not getting interceptions. It was literally the ball was hitting my player's hands. I dropped a pick 6 to a pass in the flat that I had perfect defense set up for, and then it was just countered with like him scoring a touchdown and then me fumbling the next possession. And I'm surprised I didn't break my controller. That was probably my most frustrating game of Madden 20 so far. The next game got dashboarded at the loading or at the top 3 card screen, and they gave me the loss for it. So that was just frustrating. And then we had a chance. We started clutching up. We had 14 wins with 2 games to go, and I lost them both. The 24th game, I think I lost by 2 points. I was up 1. My opponent had the ball. He got down into field goal range and won. I could not stop the run that game no matter what I tried. 4-3. nickel, everything I tried, I just could not stop the run. I was in 4-6 at one point, and that game, you know, would have brought me into my next game, which I kind of checked out at because I knew I wasn't getting 16 wins, and I lost that game. I don't remember how. I know I fumbled twice in that game too. I had a span of 6 games where I fumbled 8 times, and I thought the patch fixed that stuff. I tried to cover up the ball. Some of those fumbles were my mistakes. Some of them were just incredibly dumb, like there wasn't even a hit stick. The ball just fell, and it was frustrating to say the least. But I felt like I've kind of found a little bit of a scheme there towards the end out of bunch that was working really well, and I feel like my offense is still really good. I'm just struggling on defense. I can put up the points. I cannot get the stops that I need when I really need them. And yeah, man, that was my weekend league. You guys let me know how your weekend league went. Any gameplay issues? Anybody get dashboarded and get disconnect losses like I explained? I'm curious if that's like a thing going around. I do have it recorded what happened to me, so I'll probably be submitting that to Kralo this week to see if it's something common. If that ever happens to you, I need video footage, but make sure, guys, I'm going to put up my Twitter name here on the screen. Make sure you guys show me that information if it does happen to you, and you got a video of it, tweet it to me because I'll be glad to get it to EA. We need to stop the scums of this community who do things like that to get an online win. So I think that covers most of my weekend league. Let's go ahead and kind of recap the Mutt week. So we do have ourselves a schedule, and I'm going to just roll it off the top of my head, but this is what it's going to be, it sounds like, going forward. Mondays are flashbacks. Tuesday is house rules. Wednesday heavyweight. Thursday SIGs. Friday we're going to get both veterans and for the next 9 weeks MUT 10 throwback cards. We got the Bo Jackson this week. Saturday legends. It doesn't appear like we're getting any Sunday content, but that's the weekly content we were all crying and asking for in Madden 19 that we kind of got early on and then it phased out, but this is something we need to see continued on. So rolling back to last week, we had flashbacks on Monday. We had Derrick Henry, Gerald McCoy. Didn't try either of them. The Derrick Henry looked okay because power backs are pretty good this year, but again, I didn't really mess with them. One thing to point out, today's flashbacks, Deshaun Jackson, Joe Hayden, 88 overall. So we're seeing the +1 overall. They've to this point been 87s. It'll be interesting to see what happens on Wednesday with heavyweights and Friday with veterans. Veterans are lower overall, but heavyweights, let's see if we get some 88 starting on Wednesday. Tuesday was house rules. Absolutely loved it. Tuesday house rules, we had 1st and 20, 3 downs to get a first down, 15 points per defensive touchdown. Great rewards. Love the bonus reward thing that they're doing this year where if you play above and beyond, you know, the main reward, you get additional rewards. Absolutely love it. It encourages me to play. It keeps me from playing seasons too. I hate seasons with a passion. I don't know why. The rewards are great this year, but I still just hate seasons. Don't want to play them ever. The one thing that I was a little disappointed and upset with is that they kind of recycled a house rules rule from last year. This whole 1st and 23 downs, 15 points for D. It was all used last year, and it worries me a little that it took 1 week into house rules for them to come out with a reused, recycled idea. Like, I want to see some original stuff. I want to see 3 points for interceptions. I want to see 1 point for field goals or 2 points for I want to see some wacky stuff. Stop giving us reused things. We'll see if we get it tomorrow, and if we do get it, what it is. But I really want to see some new stuff. I'll be disappointed for another week if we get a recycled, reused kind of mode. Wednesday heavyweights, Rodney Hudson, Cameron Hayward. I think the Hudson card looked pretty good. Hayward didn't really pay attention to it. Thursday, we got signatures. Probably the best corner in the game, in my opinion, is Desmond Trufant because he has the best agility, the best zone of any corners in the game. Just a really good card. I probably should have been going through these different missions to kind of show you guys some content here on your screen. I know you might get bored of listening to me talk, but yes, Friday, we got the limited, the MUT 10 cards. We also got veterans. The veterans, the veterans so far have been underwhelming. I don't even remember who we got off the top of my head, and I apologize for not writing that down. For some reason, I did not. But the signatures were good. Devontae Adams, Desmond Trufant. The Trufant cards look really good. I think they're just really incredibly hard to pull. That's the only thing. Except for people on Reddit who pull them out of get a gold player packs. They just have incredible luck that I will probably never, ever have. So Friday was, in my opinion, a success. We got the limited time Bo Jackson. We got his ultimate challenge that gives you his power up, and he was in packs for 3 days. And we got the news that we're going to get a card every single Friday. And those cards, at the end of the 10 weeks, if you play a solo every week, you're going to get a free one of your choice, a fantasy pack. It is a Nat, but I'm sure it's going to be one of the best cards in the game. I focused on this in detail in a video on Friday, so I'm not going to go over all my thoughts on it, but I think it was a home run. I love the fact that we're going to get one for free for doing nothing. I know a lot of people said 10 weeks is a long ways away. These cards, or Bo's card was a 91. I would highly expect that by the time we get to cards 6 through 10, they're going to be at least a 92. So that means whatever cards come out towards the end are probably going to be the more popular ones that people select out of their fantasy pack. I also like the free power up. It gives everybody a chance. Yes, it costs money to power him up, but it gives everybody a chance to get that card and kind of customize it to the overall that they're able to pay for. And if they want to spend time buying training points to upgrade them all the way to an 89, the 89 card's really solid. I powered mine up to an 82 or 3, and he still has like 86 speed. So I really love that aspect of it. Also, one thing to keep in mind, a lot of people said, this is replacing the Saturday Limited Legend. They're taking a card away from us. Not really. Honestly, they're giving us a chance to, in packs at the same time, have signatures and whatever card comes out on Friday. So that's 3 limiteds in packs at the same time on Fridays. When Saturday rolls around, the card from Friday is still in packs, so there's really no difference. You're actually just getting it a day early. So I didn't really understand that argument and complaint at all. When you use logic and just say it out loud, I mean, it's actually a better situation because you have chances to get 3 limiteds one day, and then the next day, nothing's changed. It's still in packs. You still got your 2 Saturday Legends. The Saturday Legends were Anthony Munoz and Ted Hendricks. In the words of Peter Griffin, very shallow and pedantic. I just didn't care for them at all. And of course, Sunday we got no content. So that was the week of content. As far as the market goes, you know, I talked about the market yesterday, and that's a new series on Sundays. I'm going to do a Mutt market watch, so I'm not going to spend too much time on the market here, but it did go down. It's starting to slowly go back up as I expected. But it really takes to like Tuesday or Wednesday for things to settle. And then like Thursday night, like I said, they'll start going down again. That's what I expect at least. Let's talk about future content. We already went over the weekly schedule. Monthly rewards. Let me see if they're updated here in the MUT Champion screen. Monthly rewards include a MUT Heroes card. And see, I don't know if it's going to be in here. Let's see. Monthly. I don't think it gives you the rewards in here, unfortunately. I could be in the wrong. Maybe go to, yeah, I think the event has to be live to see it. Maybe I'm on a screen where I'm just being wrong and I'm unsure. But we know that monthly rewards are giving us a MUT Heroes card. Typically with monthlies, they give you a card after the promo comes out. I think we have one more week of Weekend League, which means probably like next Wednesday, so a week from 2 days from now, so about 9 days away. I think that's when monthlies would come out. Or no, it's on Thursdays, my bad. So 10 days away. That means the program will probably already be out if they're giving us MUT Heroes cards in monthly rewards, which means this Friday might be the day. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. And that would be really cool if we see on Friday another Madden 10 player, 2 more veterans, which will probably be terrible and nobody will care about, and MUT Heroes all in one day. That's what I'm hoping for. NFL kickoff is coming. We got one more week of preseason. So we'll have to wait and see, you know, if we're going to get any type of Team of the Week preseason cards. That would be nice. I would expect Team of the Weeks to come out on Tuesdays. So then if we go through that content schedule, Monday flashback, Tuesday house rules and Team of the Week, Wednesday heavyweight, Thursday SIGs, Friday veterans, MUT 10 cards, and big programs. But that's really what I expect going forward. So that's why I said in yesterday's video, I would slow down on spending coins right now and upgrading your team, because I think MUT Heroes could be either this Friday or next Friday for sure, depending on whatever monthly rewards actually come out. And if it's anything like the years past, we're gonna see, you know, one card for every position, possibly one card for every team. So 30 cards, 32 cards, all in there that are gonna be high overalls. Don't spend your coins right now, man. Stack those coins. That's what I'm doing. I think by the time Friday hits, we'll be at 2 million, which will be a good position to make upgrades. And that's pretty much the week of MUT, what I expect going forward. Don't forget, solo battles are live. One thing that I did notice today, and I think somebody pointed it out to me, which I didn't notice until today, is that you can qualify for weekend leagues just by playing solo battles. Wow, did that say 9? Oh, those 3 9s threw me off. I thought we had a 99 overall team in solo battles. But yeah, if you look here, even if you get to MVP status, one of those awards is weekend league event entry. So that's cool that you really don't have to play the knockout stuff if you didn't qualify for weekend league from your past weekend league history. So I just thought I'd throw that out there in case you guys were unaware. And that's all I got, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow with some gameplay for sure. It might be a 2-video day tomorrow. Stay tuned. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.